this is my idea. I haven't yet got a title for it. I'm thinking of that. So, the plot is it's an action where the protagonist is found in a rough urban environment. He's a leader of a drug cartel or group. In this case, the protagonist will be the seller of the drugs, because it'll be set on top of it'll be set on top of the multi-storey car park in Leeds, the first direct one. I've been there before, so I've seen it. I've got the ideas for it. I haven't actually got any test shots for it though. And he would deliver the briefcase and swap it for the money. We then continue to walk off and might have over the shoulder shot or something like that. But the other group who obviously received the drugs, because they'll both have briefcases and they'll swap them over, one with money in and one with their drugs in. And basically the other group, which will probably be like two or three people, so it won't be many, they'll check the briefcase for it and they'll find out it's not real drugs, so like phony drugs, so fake. But the protagonist will realise this over his shoulder, and he'll realise they've seen it, and it'll trigger a chase scene. And that'll go through Leeds and round in back alleys and like with elements of parkour, not like actual like I've seen in Alex's clip where they're properly on roofs and then top. Inspirations are the casino around the chase scene, and then there's also the YouTube videos of the Dying Light parkour video which Alex showed, and the Assassin's Creed Syndicate beats parkour, which is just the inspiration for the chase scene. And from the Dying Light video, the inspiration I took would be to use a first-person camera, so from the protagonist, so you have looking back to see where the chasers are, and so yeah. And then Tom, the location, like I said, top of a multi-storey car park in Leeds. It'll proceed to descend down the car park for not too long, because there's a staircase down it, and I've thought of some shop types that I could use for that. And it'll go along around Leeds in the back alleys, and just, I guess, because it would be on top of the car park, no one's going to be there, so probably won't have many problems shooting it, and back alleys aren't occupied generally, so they're the locations. And it also has a bit of like of them actually in the streets, maybe around a few other people, so like members of the public or some actors who are just basically extras, so he gets some friends to do it, where they get like pushed out of the way during the scene, who are not actually part of it, just are extras, and then that's pretty much it.
Right, I'm going to make a general point, and it's not just Robbie, but Robbie, imagine if you'd done what I asked you to do, and there were clips on screen, so as you're pitching this, you're trying to convince everybody else this is the idea to work on. So you've looked at these things, you know visually in your head what you're talking about. Imagine if you got those clips on screen. Do you think your idea would have more chance of attracting others?
Well, I was ill in the double period, so I didn't have any lesson time to do it, so it was reasonably rushed. And
okay, we've had a long lead-in period to this. I'm going to ask you one question and then Charles has a question for you. You haven't mentioned audience, so talk to us about audience.
The audience would be, well, our age generally, but it would probably be a rating of a 12, as there'd be no actual violence in it. It'd just be more the theme of drug selling and the intent of violence. So it would be 12 and above audience.
Yeah, but in terms of gender, say?
Gender would be male orientated. It's kind of a male thing
Okay,
to learn.
lots of questions. Charles first.
How old are your actors going to be? Because if they're going to be in a drugs cartel, they've got
Yeah,
to be quite old to be.
Well, I was going to try to not show the actual identity in a lot of it, because it'd be quite shortcuts, and it'd be like the handing over the briefcase wouldn't be both of them. It would just be like the actual cases and the hands swapping over, and then to show the deal actually happening, it would just be like
Robbie, you're going to have to cut
quite
in
a long
because
shot.
we're all running out of time. We've got another 6 to go. So Nicola, quickly.
I was just going to say, is the top car park got a roof over it, or is it
No,
open?
it's open, so
Okay,
it
so-
shows city skyline.
I need to check the weather for that.
Yeah, so we probably hope to do it, not all of the same thing.
Okay, last quick question for Louis.
Well, you said you thought about the shots for running down the stairs, so what you thought about it?
Well, the set of stairs, like, descend all the way down the middle. It's just a straight staircase, so it'll go like that way, and then back down there. So you walk down and come, you turn and go back down that way. So you'd have the camera like in level with the banister, the staircase, but the handrail, and the staircase like perfectly centered with it, and you'd see both of them run, and you'd see how far away they are from each other, and then you'd have the first person shot of them rushing down the stairs, maybe like.
Okay, Robbie, sorry, I've got to cut in because we want to have some time we can discuss. And again, practice footage or shots on screen. This was set up. You have a lot of good time for this.